Hi, I'm JW Bowman, Eternal Expedition, and we're here to talk to you today about our first hunt in South Dakota, and it was a great hunt that year. Well, to start it all off, we get up there, and the wind conditions were horrible that year. We just couldn't believe it. I mean, we had gusts up to 50 mile an hour. So we're thinking, man, what are we going to do? Because we know that, around here where we're at, deer always bedded down when it's that windy. They're not up moving around. But when we get up there, we start looking around. We start noticing that the deer are everywhere. They're moving around. They're up out in the fields. They're feeding. We were just like, wow, this might work out, So that first day we go out hunting, and we didn't get it on film, but Jared actually got a nice little mule deer. And it was his first mule deer ever, so it was awesome. And but I wish we could have got that on film for it because it was really awesome. It was a 500-yard stalk. I mean, it was great. But the next morning we found this bedding area, and we thought, man, because the second day it was really windy again, and it was snowing on top of that. So we thought, well, we think it'll be bedded down for sure today, as much wind and snow as there's going. And so we found this bedding area, and we staged ourselves out in this bedding area.
All right, we got here this morning. What time was it we got here? About 8:30 this morning we got here. And no longer than we'd walk out there in them lanes, it wasn't even 20 minutes, JW seen a big whitetail buck. And he got a shot off at it. Now here in just a few more minutes, we're gonna go out and find it. We let it go on by itself for about an hour now.
Okay. Walking down, tracking this deer JW shot earlier. Walking down this valley, little clearing right here. Down at the end of this clearing, see this buck. Bring JW over. We think it's dead. We start getting all excited. Then the buck moves. So now we're gonna try to get JW close enough so we can get another shot on him.
Alright, after we found the deer, we had to make a decision on how to get to the deer. We ended up deciding to low crawl to him based on the wind and surroundings and where he was at. For me and Jared's behind me with the camera. We low crawl, good 80 yards.
Did he drop?
Deer down! Woo! Yeah!
That was a big buck, JW. Woo!
I told him, I said, well, I think we're close enough. You stay here and I'll kind of sneak up to this tree. When I get up there, I'm like 10 yards. Couldn't believe how close I was. So I sit there and I wait until the deer looks away towards the road, and I just took my moment, shot. Deer gets up, takes off running. I couldn't believe it. I watched him fall. It was the biggest buck I'd ever shot. It was phenomenal. I couldn't believe it. And I jumped around like a fool, but I was pretty excited, so.
He's at this second tree.
You guys were like, what, 10 yards away? Maybe 10 yards at the most.
You see him? Where's he at?
Right here. Thanks for convincing me that this was the way to go.
Yeah, we'd have never got out. This stuff over here this stuff to your right side's so thick, we'd have never got a shot. We'd got all the way up on him and... Oh man, there he is, folks. There he is. Just the big deer, JW. JW Bowman, you stud.
Oh my goodness. Wow, look at that. Well, we shot this deer earlier and let him lay down, and I thought, well, give him an hour or so, and we gave him an hour, and we came back, and we
we were working this break where we thought he was at. Robert spotted him for us, probably about 80 yards out. And then we figured out the best plan of attacks. So me and Jared low crawled up. We got in within about, say, 10 yards. And I told Jared, all right, I'm just gonna go right up here to this tree, just hang out right here. I waited, got into that tree and I waited until he looked towards the road away from me. Went ahead and set up and pulled back, let it go, and he didn't run 40 yards. He went down, man. Great big South Dakota 8-point. Big buck mile.
All right, so you know, we got a nice buck. Jared got a deer earlier the day before, and Joe Cook, he actually got a doe later on that day. We just missed the opportunity once again. But what I couldn't believe is how I could sneak up on that deer 10 yards. I mean, that's close, and he not even know I'm there. I just couldn't believe it, you know. But I guess that's exactly what the devil can do, you know. He sneaks up on you because you're taking your eyes off the Lord. If you don't keep your eye on the Lord, you don't keep your thoughts to the Lord, you don't read your Bible, you're leaving yourself open. And that's when he can sneak in there and attack. I wanted to read this passage to you. It's 1 John 2:15 through 17. Do not love the world or the things of the world. If anyone loves the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, is not of the Father, but is of the world. And the world is passing away, and the lust of it. But he who does the will of God abides forever. Man, so see what that passage right there is saying is just keep your eye on the Lord. Forget about all that other stuff in this life as far as cars and whatnot, you know. Those will come. He provides. So don't worry about that stuff. You just keep your eye on him and you follow us in his eternal expedition. Well, I'm JW Bowman. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time.